Good evening, everybody. Oh, I'll just adjust my camera there. Good evening, everybody. It is Charlie here, and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Just before we get into this live stream in a bit more detail, guys, as always, please smash that like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new. We're on the road to 3,000. If you could do me a solid, hit that subscribe button. That would be very much appreciated. Hit that notification bell so that you're always aware of when I'm uploading and going live. And of course, get all of your thoughts and opinions in the live chat, and I will be sure to flash them up. There's 9 of you in the building at the moment, which is great to see. So, yeah, as I said, smash that like button, and of course, get all of your comments in as we react to the big breaking news of the day. It is now official, guys. Leeds United have appointed Daniel Farke as the club's new manager on a 4-year contract running to the summer of 2027, which is a relief, to say the least. Obviously, we've spoken about Farke numerous times on the channel of late. So everybody knows my opinion on him. I think it's a very, very good and a very smart appointment by the club. And it does really show, ambition, and it's a huge statement of intent going into this new season in the Championship. He's a guy that knows the Championship very well. Obviously, he's got very good experience in it, having won it twice with Norwich previously. People, the pessimists out there, the negative Nancy's out there will come on here and say, yeah, but he's had 2 relegations. You have to caveat that by looking at the budget that he had at Norwich on both occasions. He was not backed at all. Obviously, we'll go into a few things that he said in just a bit. But apparently, during the negotiations, he did say to the club that if he gets us promoted, he feels that he could have a better go at the Premier League with a better budget, which I think is more than fair. And I think is very accurate as well. There's 18 of you in the building now. I think more people are starting to join in. So, yeah, hit that like button and get all of your comments in. And, of course, subscribe to the channel as well. We'll get into a few of your comments straight off the bat. Jay's in the building, as always. Evening, mate. How we doing? Renee's in here saying, hi, Charlie. Good to see you live. Finally, some good news. Yep, exactly. Yeah, I feel like it has been a little bit negative, a little bit doom and gloom of late. Everyone moaning about the EFL takeover, everyone moaning about not having a manager. Well, one of those issues has just been rectified in the Daniel Farke appointment. Hopefully, my thinking anyway, I could be wrong, but my thinking on it is that they wouldn't have appointed him if they weren't 100% certain that this was going to be wrapped up this week in terms of the takeover. I feel like if there was any doubt about it, they'd have held off the appointment. They've made the appointment now, so that means to me that the EFL takeover situation should at least be dealt with by the end of this week at the very latest. So that is a positive at least. Just saying, let's fucking do this. Yet, 100%. It has really got me more excited for the season now. It sounds daft, but I've heard him speak. I've seen him outside the ground. I'm sure everyone's seen those clips of him outside Ellen Road. Speaks well. Yeah, and everything he said has been spot on as well. So, yeah. Warren's in the building. Evening, Warren. Renee saying, happy 4th, everyone. Have a hot dog and a beer to celebrate with us. Extra points if you shoot off some illegal fireworks. I'm guessing you're an American fan, Renee. Evening, Charlie. It's definitely a good day today. The gloom is lifted. Yep, 100%, Julie. I think it's, from looking at Instagram, from looking at Twitter, Facebook, etc., and getting the gauge of the fan base within the last few hours, it seems like a lot happier. But obviously that is all on the basis that we hope other things are happening, and we'll hopefully be getting some other good news by the end of this week. I want to see players leave. I want to see players come in, and I really want us to start building that foundation now. As Farke said in his first interview, if you haven't watched it, go and check it out. It's a really good watch. Obviously, speaking about the fact that he's got 4.5 weeks, it's not ideal, but he isn't complaining about it. He's excited to get on grass with him at Thorpe Park tomorrow and start implementing his ideas. And I, for one, cannot wait to see Farke ball at Ellen Road against Cardiff in a few weeks. We need to remember we are a championship team. That is our level. Farke will be fantastic for us. And with backing, I think he could. Yeah, exactly, Jay. I think you're spot on there. I think if he does get us promoted, whether it's this season or the next season, I think the 49ers will definitely throw more money at him than what he had with Norwich. I think their record signings about 8 to 10 million or something. So, that just shows you the level of backing that he got at Norwich. No disrespect to them, but it isn't ideal for them, is it? They might as well have been relegated straight away. But it is what it is. I think he'll definitely do a better job at Leeds in the Premier League should he get us there. Can you just let us know as well, guys, that everyone can see the comments? I had an issue on the last stream the other night where the whole comment wasn't flashing up for some reason, or it was only flashing up for a second and then going off. Can you just let me know in the comments if the comment is staying there, please? So I know that my streaming software is working correctly. First Farke interview was good. Hope he can get the players to fight for the shirt. Yeah, 100%. It was really good watch, actually, and it was quite insightful. So yeah. And he was smiling. He had a smile on his face. He seemed optimistic. He was realistic as well. He wasn't coming in saying that, promotion's a guarantee and it's something that we're aiming for is promotion first time of asking. He was very adamant to set the tone of, let's be real, let's stay humble. There could be a bit of a hangover from relegation, which is normal. We just need to take it game by game, and hopefully we can get back to where we belong. He said Leeds United deserve to be a Premier League team, which is good, and hopefully he can definitely get us there. Come on, England under-21s tomorrow, and after winning at the weekend, Cresswell gets straight at it and doesn't take the time off. Yeah, I think he will. I think he could be a very key part of our season. Charlie Cresswell, what a centre back he could be for this club. Norwich never invested in Farke to any extent when he got them up. I think it will be a different kettle of fish with the 49ers. Yeah, 100%, Steve. Completely agree. Jay's saying his first interview is brilliant, says all the right things and gives off confidence and a settled mentality. I think it will be a good season. Yeah, I do as well, mate. I think Leeds will definitely be up there. But as Farke himself even said, we need to have a good transfer window now. We need to bring players in. We need to get rid of players that want to leave. And we really need to start building that foundation for the season now. Caroline saying if the 49ers get him the players he needs, he will be fine. Yep, 100%. Kevin saying great interview. Sounds like he wants quite a few players. Yeah, it did sound like he was eager to attack this transfer window now, which is, again, really encouraging. I'm sure that he's had a lot of conversations with Nick Hammond and other higher ups at the club during these negotiations, because let's be real here, he did say that they needed to convince him to come. They needed to pitch the right project to him, and he's obviously accepted. Now, part of that is that he will have definitely had assurances from the 49ers that once this takeover sorted, that he will be backed, because the 49ers will want Leeds United in the Premier League. It makes them more money at the end of the day. He will definitely get backed once this takeover is sorted. Hopefully it's over the coming days. The 49ers are going to start cooking. Trust me. Look, are they going to come in and sign 10, 11 players? Probably not in this first window, but I expect a good 5, 6 signings in this window. Maybe not all of them by the Cardiff game, but at least by the transfer window closing, I expect no more than 6 signings which, given the fact that we may be getting rid of a few, I think will be good to replace the players that are going out with good quality that can come in and attack the championship and wear that white shirt well, which is what Farke said as well, which really impressed me. He said he wants players that are going to come in and play for that badge, and I love that mentality. Jay's saying we can see the comments fine tonight. Brilliant, thank you. Yeah, and Caroline's saying it as well. Thanks, guys. Thanks for that. Warren saying, I hope we don't get any youth players on loan as we have enough of our own who deserve a shot. Yeah, kind of understand what you mean there, but I do think that there are certain areas that I feel like some good loan deals could be key. You know, Sheffield United did it. James McAtee, Hull City have just brought in Liam Delap from Man City. You know, City have got a lot of good youth players that Leeds United could definitely take on loan, and players that I would have on loan in a heartbeat. We may even have to go for some Premier League loanees. You just don't know. Obviously, we've been linked with Nat Phillips from Liverpool. That could be a player that Daniel Farke is interested in to come in and help bolster that defence, which is good. So, you know, honestly, guys, I think as soon as this takeover is done, the 49ers and Nick Hammond and Daniel Farke are really going to start cooking with this squad. I really do believe that. We need to make some signings before we can start making predictions on where we will finish this season, but we are winning the league. Yeah, look, all jokes aside, I think, like I said, Farke was quite adamant to set the tone of that he doesn't want us to be unrealistic. You know, there is a lot of work to be done, and he said that numerous times during that interview, which he is right. There's a lot to do in 4.5 weeks. But at least he's in for the start of pre-season. Obviously, the first proper training sessions at Thorpe Park are starting from tomorrow. So he'll be on the grass with them tomorrow. He seems really eager to start implementing his ideas. So as long as we can get the majority of our business done by that Cardiff game, I think we'll definitely have a foundation to go at and hopefully start this season well. And, you know, hopefully at the start of a promotion push. Big sigh of relief. Yeah, really is. Really is. Top Bananas saying, evening, Charlie. Great to see that we need to get the fitness right back up to where it was. Yeah, exactly. Look, like Farke said, and it's right, there'll be a lot of players in there that are still suffering from a relegation hangover, and it's about going in and changing the mentality. He did say that, and that's why I've put it in the title of this stream. We have to change the mentality of this squad, because let's be real, from that Crystal Palace game at home onwards last season, the mentality was on its arse. The confidence was on its arse, and it's Daniel Farke's job now to come in, sign the right players, get rid of the right players, create that blend of experience and youth, and really get that mentality to an all-time high again. Look, I'm not saying that he'll be able to, you know, do what Bielsa did and how quickly Bielsa managed to do it, but when you think about it now, could Daniel Farke have been a successor to Bielsa? Maybe, because people are going to judge Farke's Premier League record, and yeah, it is bad. He got relegated both times, but he got relegated with a Norwich team that on both occasions were not fit for the Premier League. They weren't built for the Premier League. Behind the scenes, you know, that they gave the guy £10 million in a transfer window in the Premier League. It's a recipe for disaster before you've even kicked a ball. But in the Championship, the guy cooked with that Norwich team. Some of the clips I've seen on Twitter of Norwich under Daniel Farke in the Championship, you know, I remember that game. Bear in mind, this was under Bielsa, in Bielsa's first season, when Norwich came to Ellen Road and absolutely mauled us. 3-1, and it was only 3-1 because Bamford got a late consolation goal. They battered us at Ellen Road under Daniel Farke against Marcelo Bielsa. Um, Farke knows the championship. He knows what is needed to get out of the championship. He's, both seasons that he's had in it, he's won it. He's been champions both times. And yeah, as he said, and it's right, that doesn't mean he'll be champions with Leeds. But if he can just get us up, no one's going to care about being champions really, as long as he gets us up. And look, I might be being naive and I might be just a little bit giddy and excited because it's just been announced, but I'm really confident for the season, pending the takeover and pending some good recruitment. If we can get the recruitment right, if we can get some key decisions right, like you said, there's a lot of very important transfers, important decisions that need to be made over the next 4.5 weeks to help Leeds United get through this season and hopefully help Leeds United get promoted. He doesn't sound like he's delusional. He doesn't sound like he isn't self-aware. He knows the size of the job that he's coming into. He knows that it's a passionate fan base. It's a we have high expectations at Leeds, especially given the seasons under Bielsa. It's fallen off a cliff massively since Bielsa. And he'll know that, and he knows that the fans are going to want a quick return back to the Premier League, and I'm sure he wants that as well. But I thought it was good that he didn't get carried away in his interview, and he set a very calm tone. He knows what needs to be done. I'm sure he's had these conversations during the negotiations over the last few days and weeks. So, he isn't stupid. And like I said, guys, as soon as that takeover's done, you're just going to be seeing loads of news regarding Leeds United. Let's put it that way. Renee's saying, I feel more optimistic than I have in weeks. Hopefully, we'll hear about a lot of signings actively quickly. Yep, I really do think we will once the takeover's done. We need to build from the back, a solid keeper, 2 to 3 new defenders, a decent CDM, and a creative midfielder to link the attack, mixed in with some of our young talent, and we will be a hell of a team. Yep, you've literally hit the nail on the head there, Jay. I think, obviously, in terms of a keeper, we've been linked with Carl Darlow. I think that would be quite a decent appointment for the Championship. Decent signing, sorry, in the Championship. I've not seen us being linked with any defenders, but I agree. I think at least 2, at the very least, new defenders need to come in. Hopefully, one of them is Nat Phillips. I would be very much on board with that signing. Yeah, decent CDM, and we definitely need a creative midfielder. We need someone of Samu Saiz's ilk, Pablo Hernandez ilk. I'm not saying we'll get a player to do the same things as Pablo Hernandez, but that similar mold of player to help link the attack, as Jay said there. And hopefully, as Jay said on the second comment here, a new number 9 would be very nice. It would be lovely to get a new number 9 because let's be real, Patrick Bamford is not going to be the one, guys. Unfortunately, I'm sorry for all you Bamford lovers out there, but Bamford is not going to be the one this season. We definitely need a more clinical striker for the Championship. I'm thinking Akpom from Middlesbrough. I'm thinking Perot from Swansea. Even Victor Gokaresh or whatever. I know he's on verge of going to Sporting Lisbon, which I think is a very bizarre move. But, someone of that ilk, creative midfielder, does Gustavo Hamer from Coventry. Let's go to these other Championship clubs and bully them for their best players. We're Leeds United. We're the biggest club in the Championship. I'd say us and Leicester now are the biggest clubs in the Championship. Let's go after the best players and get them. Because I reckon if we fling his money about, don't be too daft with his money, but we've got money now. And yeah, I feel like if we get the recruitment spot on, we can definitely have a good season. The players will be seeing more of the ball with Farke's style of play. Yep, he is very much Caroline, a possession-based manager, which again is music to my ears. No long ball, hoping to win second balls like under Ted Lasso. Jesus Christ! If I have to watch football like that again, I'll be very, very unenthused. But yeah, and look, it'll just be nice, won't it? I was saying to lads at work today, it'll just be nice to see us A, playing good football again, hopefully, and B, just to see us win games again. We've won 16 games in 2 seasons. That's shocking. And yeah, it's the Premier League. You're playing against the best players in the world, but come on. Let's just hope that if we get promoted this season, the 49ers back us properly and we can cement ourselves as a Premier League club. How nice would that be? Hopefully go for Europe in a few seasons. Wouldn't expect it straight away. We're not daft. You know, I'm realistic. 2 to 3 seasons back in the Premier League, and then you start to push for me. Um, as Jamie's saying, glad he has come a decent, strong-willed manager, get some decent signings in and win games. Always liked him. Yep, 100%, mate. I think it's great that he's been able to bring the backroom team. They've been together for a long time and know what is required for Farke ball. Yep, exactly. You need good relationships off the pitch to help the football on the pitch, clearly, and he'll be around people that he trusts, people that buy into his methods. So yeah, that can only be a positive, can't it? Warren saying, hope he's seen the social media post with Gelhart and Greenwood working their socks off at skill camp. Not seen any with Bamford putting the effort in. Yeah, didn't see Bamford back at Leeds Beckett yesterday, did we? Or Jack Harrison or anyone like that. At least Mark Rocker, even though he's on his way out, he showed up yesterday, and I quite like that in a way. Renee, I hope he breaks up that leadership council. I can't imagine him being okay with that crap. Yeah, it'd be nice to see. Well, there won't be a new captain because if Cooper's at the club still, then it'll obviously be him still. But yeah, leadership council. Jesus Christ, there were no leaders on that pitch last season. None at all. Attractive football, here we come. 100%, Ernie. Manji, how we doing, my friend? Okay, mate, great news. Sick of the BS, drove me potty. Let's get stuck in now. Yeah, exactly. Let's get into it now. Honestly, guys, I'm obviously, as everyone knows, I am a season ticket holder. I cannot wait to get back into Ellen Road and hopefully enjoy some good football. Jay saying, us, Leicester and Southampton will go back up. The quality of the championship is poor. Don't get me wrong, it's competitive, but actual quality is not great. All three of us will have too much for them. I hope you're right, Jay, but I hope we do it automatically because I think if we get playoffs, I wouldn't be overly confident. I'll be honest. For me, if Leeds are going to get promoted, it'll need to be automatic for me. Get rid of this Red Bull tribe and get some fresh blood in. Yep, couldn't agree more, Manji. 43 in the room. Make sure you smash the like. Yep, make sure that you listen to Jez. 42 actually in the building now from what I can see. Make sure that you smash that like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new and get all of your comments in. As I say, guys, Daniel Farke, look, there's been a lot of Norwich fans on Twitter that I've seen who are very jealous and are very upset that Daniel Farke has decided to come to Leeds United. They are, they remember the good times that they had under him, and they're all of the same opinion that if he'd have been backed properly, that he could have been a success at Norwich and that he could have kept them in the Premier League. But ultimately, that wasn't the case. He wasn't backed, which is a shame, really. Well, I say a shame, it isn't because we've got him now, but he is a good manager. Yeah, it didn't work out for him in Germany at the Bundesliga. But he still finished 10th in the Bundesliga, which is okay, I guess, with Borussia Mönchengladbach. But yeah, look, I'm not judging his past. I'm going to judge him as the Leeds United manager. But people who do judge his time at Norwich in a negative way need to look at the facts and just see, that he wasn't backed. The guy was not backed. And I thoroughly believe, hand on heart, that if we get promoted, the 49ers will back him 1000%. And that's what really excites me and what makes me hope even more that Leeds United can go straight back up. Us and Southampton top 2 and Leicester playoffs. I've got it differently, Jay. I've got us and Leicester top 2 and Southampton through the playoffs. Must agree with the leadership council comments. Yeah, 100%. Disagree with you about captain. Think we need a new captain. No, no. Top banana. I do think we need a new captain. I do. I'm just saying they won't change it from Cooper as long as he's at the club. The longer he stays at the club, the longer he will be captain. I don't think I don't think they'll change it, but I do think we could do with a new one. In all honesty, because I don't think Cooper is much of a leader, to be honest. Paul Gray saying 16 wins in 76 games in 2 years in the Premier League, conceding 157 goals was very depressing. Fingers crossed we bounce back and build properly next time. Yeah, those numbers speak for themselves. It's been pretty bleak at Ellen Road over the last 2 seasons, but hopefully that is all about to change, guys. Hopefully. And Renee saying I think he's the right man for the job right now. He's proven in the AFL. And I think that's a great point to finish this stream on, guys. Look, it was just a quick stream, guys, just to come on and react to the news that Daniel Farke is now the new Leeds United head coach on a 4-year deal until 2027. Hopefully, good times ahead now. Hopefully, they get the EFL transfer, the takeover saga sorted over the next few days so that we can really start to cook in this transfer window and get ready for another season in the championship. 43 of you in the building. Really do appreciate all the love and support on the channel recently. It doesn't go unnoticed. Just before we finish though, guys, on your way out, if you could smash a like on the stream, it does help get it out there for more people. Please subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. I do keep saying it on every video and every stream, but we're on the road to 3,000. If you could do me a solid, please press that subscribe button. It is free. You can also join as a member as well, which you can find out on the channel as well. Hit that notification bell. Get all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section after the live stream ends, and I will see you in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see you in a bit. Cheers.